Hey YouTube, what's going on? We've got more games of the North American pros playing ranked in EU, and this time we're going to be watching some games from Daniel. He's playing alongside Retals in this first game. They did queue up for this one together, but he's not playing alongside any of his teammates for the final two. And it'll be really interesting to see these were played before the major started. I actually just got done watching all the first day of the major, and I'm not sure we're going to talk too much about what went down. I know some people like to watch stuff back, so I think we'll give them an opportunity to do so. Instead, we'll focus more on what's going on here in the games and how the NA pros mash up against the EU ranked players. Daniel trying to find Retals. We saw G2 play, and G2 struggled together when they Q2s. Atomic and JNaps, I believe, maybe had shortly since arrived. It has been a couple days that SSG has been able to be in London now when these were played. So we'll see if Daniel and Retals together. We also saw First Killer play a few different ranked games, and he was able to win some and lose some. So, you know, ranked is a toss-up. We talk about scrims being a toss-up. Ranked is even more so. So ranked just doesn't really matter at all. But it's a way for these guys to be playing. I mean, they don't constantly have scrims scheduled every moment, obviously, while they're there. And the teams that actually do end up winning, or this is for you guys who haven't had it spoiled, but the teams who won today and made it into the upper semis actually have 2 days off. There's going to be 2 days where they are not playing in any event. So I'm sure they're going to be scrimming a bunch, but they'll probably find some time to play some ranked and just stay busy in general. And we might get a bunch more ranked replays from some more top players playing in EU. Daniel, I think he's got an open net right now. I'm going to be surprised if he doesn't end up scoring this. He actually does miss. He doubles it high. And now a deep back pass to Retals. Look at this. Is this the Plat Awards or something? No, it's not. This is some decal I've never seen before that Daniel is rocking today. Quick back to this ball. Going to slam it off his own backboard. And Retals is there too. These guys teaming up well on defense. Playing against Vency and Yannick. Yannick delayed flick. He actually got Daniel to wait long. He had actually gotten a little bit of oomph on that flick. Could have gotten it past him. Retals going to spawn near post. Nice 50. Daniel's got nothing to work with. Ball off the play as soon as he realizes he's not going to be the first to that ball. He wants to entertain the idea of being able to put pressure. If you can get a 50, that's probably the best thing you can do when you're playing on zero boost, because you can still make your car a brick wall, but wasn't going to be able to get to the ball in time. He wants to pick up the midfield, but the pressure is on now to take a shot, and he does, and that's the reason why he decided to shoot after picking up just a single pad. So important to stay aware of what's going on in the game and not get too distracted. Oh my goodness, instant kickoff loss. It'll be 1-1. But I talked about this a lot, and it's one of the things I see really new players doing far too often, which is turning ball cam off at every single moment they possibly can to chase down boost. I mean, you see tons of top players work their way through boost on the field, which is always in the same spot. You know, every single map has them in the same exact spot. They do that while keeping ball cam on pretty much whenever possible. I mean, these players are basically just trying to see the field as Daniel scores again at all times. So sometimes it makes sense to turn it off, maybe to see more, or if you really have a great read on the play, you might not need ball cam on because you know what the outcome is going to be. You can turn it off momentarily, but I don't see any disadvantage to just using your camera to see the play, and that usually means keeping it on. So all that to say, Daniel not turning off his ball cam on his way to that midfield boost, even though you could tell he wanted it, keeping it on, ready to make that play. And now him and Retals are tied up with Vency and Yannick. Minute 13 left to go. Retals close cheat on the kickoff in twos. You see lots of different teams play that differently, but Retals is one to be aggressive, try and get himself involved in the play. Demo on the upfield. I can see him wanting to chase down the ball like he just did. Daniel, though, wouldn't be surprised if he likes to play with a tank full of boost from the net. He just seems so confident. At any time, he can give himself space, give himself boost like he's doing right now, just completely getting off the field. I mean, both these guys just described exactly how they play. I was saying Retals plays aggressive. bumpy upfield. He gets a demo. Daniel, he likes to calculate a little bit more, give himself some space, give himself a full tank. He was far away from the net. Retals going to drop this to Daniel in the corner. This is a great bounce for Daniel. We've seen him dribble from this position so many times before on the channel. The resets, but it is going to get cleared. Got it over one, but not two. Bensi, a double, send it all the way back to the blue half. Daniel, I'm actually surprised he didn't cheat upfield a little bit. We saw First Killer cheating upfield a lot in those situations because he had so much faith in his teammate whenever he knew the ball was headed to him. So there, it seemed pretty obvious Retals was going to be making a clear upfield. Wow, they just got away with that one. That was about to be a goal for the orange team as it slammed back down. Oh, fake kickoff from SSG. I imagine they're probably sitting next to each other when this game happens. And fake kickoff not working too great for them as they've been stuck in the blue half ever since. Daniel's going to take away this ball off the wall. The reset. Oh my goodness, great low 50. And he found a way to make that work. There wasn't tons of ways to score with this. A weaker mind might try and think about using the reset to push the ball on field. But I mean, there's nothing there. You have two defenders. The only way you're going to get away with it is to try and muscle it through like Daniel ends up deciding to do. So he just wave dashes and forces it in. Gives Retals the opportunity to finish it. So great first game from these two. We're going to watch two more from Daniel, but this time without an SSG teammate. Daniel and Atao. Atao is actually a Team Liquid player that they are they're playing with. Wait, are they queuing together? Oh, they're not queuing together. I thought maybe for a second, since they're both at the same place, they could have decided to queue. But no, they just got into the same game, likely in the venue together. Team Liquid, very solid up-and-coming team. A team full of Daniels, you could argue. Nice play by Atao. Just playing aggressive, having faith that Daniel's going to get a good shot. But Atao and Oski, both the kind of Daniel prodigies coming out of EU. Strong players immediately making a mark as soon as they turn 15. And they're doing it a little bit different than Daniel did. Daniel joining an established team in North America, but Oski and Atao almost creating a team of their own, you could say, alongside a Chronic with Team Liquid. Chronic had, of course, had some good splits or good events before, but nothing like what they've been able to achieve now with the two new duo, Oski and Atao. We'll see how Daniel and Atao would do. Maybe in a different world where Daniel lives in EU, these guys could have been teamed up right now. Atao the front man. Getting it past one. Daniel wanted the low 50. See if he could get it around 9. That's actually a really good catch by Atao. The passive Daniel's playing. He knows he's got Atao rotating behind him, wants to maybe give him a little bit more time. Doesn't see any reason to challenge early, and then just takes his opportunity to strike. He's going to place it right inside the far post. And it's 2-0 for our RLCS pros. Knight and Youngstar, I do not believe are RLCS pros. Knight, I want to say there is a professional Knight. So there's a chance. Big miss by Daniel. By that, I mean he's just a team player. Wants to let Atao double it in. 3-0 for the orange squad. Every other RLCS team we've seen has struggled. I guess Daniel and Retals did get that last win, but only just barely. Wonder if the answer to making the perfect pro team is to make sure they're not teammates in the RLCS. Maybe that way they play with each other more like it's ranked as opposed to trying to use their threes playstyle. Daniel has the angle, yeah. Youngstar not back, 4-0. These two absolutely running it up. I know I said I wasn't going to spoil the games today, which I'm not sure why I decided it, but I will stick with it. I will spoil that this is the decal that Daniel used. This is the car Daniel used. He played Fennec today, and he played in this decal, which I'd never seen him play before. Oh, look at this. Air dribble bump. Smashing it tonight. Atao is upfield. It's going to be a forfeit. It's going to be a forfeit. Not even halfway through the game. Daniel and Atao way too strong. Youngstar and Knight weren't ready for the smoke, but because this one was quick, and I actually did know it, I saw that it was going to be quick. We got another one. We got a third from Daniel. This time, Daniel has a teammate who I don't recognize, Noff, but he's playing against two players I do recognize, Lauralee and Just Us. Both of them have actually played in 1v1 events that I've held in the past. Laurelie's done very well. Justice is usually on the outside looking in, but he is an RLCS player, so a tough matchup for Daniel likely. Nice wall dash. Well, he used all his boost. The boost and the wall dash did seem to make him go extra fast. I haven't seen Daniel experiment with the wall dash as much as I've seen other players. It could be because I haven't watched a ton of Daniel's perspective as of late. The wall dash has really started to become more prevalent in the past few months or so. I know AJ's using it all the time. I know Nupo is probably one of the most insane users. Oh my gosh, what a shot from Daniel. The reset and the scoop slots it right underneath the crossbar. That was not an easy shot to make. He shot it so low to the ground. He actually needed to be that low. He popped it up with so much height, which would have otherwise sent it over the top. Long clear. Daniel going to turtle it. I don't know if he expected an orange team member that high, but he uses the reset to get it over the top of Laurelie, and that was almost enough. The pass. Daniel trying to get an insane read, and he does set up the assist. Seemed like he was thinking about getting it all by himself, though. See if he could rainfall it straight down and then smash it in. Taken off the map. But look, he respawns right next to the ball. Not so bad. 30 more boosts than he maybe had. He could have been low. And he also gets the possession. Daniel unable to force the 50. Wide rotation. Able to pick up boost. Has faith in his teammate, or maybe doesn't have faith in the orange team to stop him. That's a great respawn. That 100 corner perfectly spawning. Daniel's got the read over the top, and the 360 gets him a little bit lost. Not sure what he was hoping to do there. Another wide rotation away from the plate. Just a pass down. Laurelie didn't even want to take the chance. He does have 2.5 minutes, so maybe it's not exactly time to make those kind of risks. If Laurelie misses, then it is a guaranteed goal for the blue team. But at some point, he's going to have to start trying for those. Daniel, I think he thought about the idea of passing to a teammate if possible, but instead he goes for the double by himself and he finds a way to score. I think he looked backfield to see where Knopf was. Now Daniel with 20. He's going to chip for the wall to air dribble. Reset near the ceiling. Lost it. Justice able to take it away. Once again, Daniel biding his time, taking control of the ball. Oh my goodness, a double commit. Huge double commit. This net is wide open, and the forfeit is actually going to come in before the ball even goes in. That was going to be a clean boom for sure. We won't get to see it because these guys didn't want to see it themselves. But hey, you know what? Some of the NA guys have been having some trouble playing in the ranked games we watched, but looks like Daniel hasn't been. Daniel been playing great even in EU ranked, even though, you know, we only get a small sample size of whoever uploads theirs. But man, Steve looking kind of cool. Daniel crushed it. Good luck to him in the RLCS.